Well, when we originally built our website, what had happened was we had built maybe 2 or 3 websites on our own or through different, like through our Dentrix software and some of the other marketing things at the dental vendors. And they were good, but they were all very generic and they just looked all the same. They weren't very personable. I have a good friend who works at Microsoft, and he used to yell at me all the time about how crummy it was and that I had to make it more personable. And one day, one of my patients came in, and he actually works over the hill in Silicon Valley, and he was trying to get out of the rut of doing the same thing over there, and he wanted to get into internet marketing, and he wanted to know if I wanted to advertise with him. We got to talking, and I said, well, if you could build me a nice site, this is kind of what I want. And the two of us spent about a year building the site, and he did a really great job, and it was fantastic. We got lots of reviews, lots of people loved the site. I still think it's fantastic. But the problem going forward was he got busy with other things, and we didn't really have anyone to run it or to take it to the next level where we're doing the tracking, being able to update it on a regular basis. Because I found that, we went almost immediately, we went to #1 in Google in our area, but then we'd drop out, and then we'd come back and we'd drop out. And trying to figure this out, and with him and his busy schedule, and he was recently married, and then he had some kids. I had to find somebody that could do it on a full-time basis, because I was finding that I was starting to have to post the videos or have staff do it. And like I said before, I don't want to do that. Just like probably everybody else in our profession, we want it done right away. But I knew also that it was coming towards the end of the year, and I really didn't have all the numbers together of what we had done, and I hadn't put together a marketing strategy ever. Most of the stuff that I had done in the past was, okay, it's time to renew the ad for the phone book. Okay, well, let's fix it because it's terrible. Let's do this or that. Or 1-800-dentist. Well, how much are they going to charge this year? Or do you want to run some paper ads? Well, what do they have? So last year was the first year where I kind of kept track of that. But I needed to synthesize and put that all together and come up with a plan for the following year and budget for it. I first met Colin personally in Dallas, Texas about a year and a half ago. He was giving a little information at a Big Case Marketing seminar about websites and everything, and we had just finished building our website. We really liked our website, and at the time I didn't think we really needed anyone to come in and do any more. But as our website sort of gained popularity in our location, we kind of outgrew our market, and we wanted to concentrate more on sort of niche marketing. So I had been reading Colin's newsletter and the Big Case once a month and following it. And so I decided that what we needed a better way of tracking some of our patients that were calling from some of our newsprint ads, some of our website. And so we gave him a call, and looking forward to seeing what he could provide for us in order to follow a lot of our leads that we're getting. I think the benefit that we saw right away was the fact that now we had somebody that could take over, tell us what we needed to do specifically, whether it was to do this kind of video, what kind of marketing we do, so that we could give them the information so that they could put it together in a package for us and then run with that. Whereas before we were kind of, well, we'll try this or let's try that. And when you start spending that kind of money and you start marketing or advertising, you want to make sure that you're getting a return on that investment. And so some of the stuff was sort of shoot and miss, and okay, did that work? Yeah, I think it did. So with the internet and having you guys come and help us do this stuff, I think the goal was to be able to turn that part of the practice over to you and tell us, okay, what do you need? What would make our site better, or what would get us up to the top of rankings and keep us there? What do we need to do, rather than reading the latest article that comes out and then you panic and wonder, oh, okay, well, I'm not doing that. I don't even know what SEO 7.2 is. And having to do the research myself. That's not my profession. Although some of it seems real easy to do, it can become time consuming. And putting it all together, whether it's taking video testimonials or getting the information out to the patients or following up with them is sort of a time consuming thing. And Colin really seemed to be able to put that together in a way that made sense in an orderly fashion so that it wasn't something that was going to take up time every week for me to do, because that's the way I had been doing it. And I didn't really want to do a whole lot of that type of marketing. I wanted to do the dentistry. So I think that's what we were looking for. I'm really pleased so far. It looks really good. It's very professional, and the coaching's great, make us feel relaxed. The patients that came in today seemed really relaxed. You know, I know how it is to come sit in front of a camera. That's kind of tough to do. If you're a patient, you've never done it. I mean, I would be freaked out. The fact that I got them to come in, I was surprised that they actually wanted to do it. And they all left with huge smiles on their face. So you must have made them feel great. I look forward to hearing what they had to say.